listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I love that we get to play this way. So there's a particular question I get fairly frequently that I've been promising a podcast episode on for a while. So I thought we would do that today. And that question is basically whether I should go for the gold or should I focus on the next step. You know, it's easy for conscious creators to wonder whether it works better to dial on the big ultimate dream or whether we're better off to focus on what feels like the next milestone to our big dream come true. You know, the thing that feels more within reach. So should we be focusing on the steps or the ultimate end result? And I really, really like how Abraham answers this question. They say, it doesn't matter. You'll get there either way. Don't you love that answer? It doesn't even matter. So that means we would want to focus on whatever feels better. Like, do we get more juice to think about the ultimate end result, or does it feel more believable to dial on the next milestone? Whatever feels better, that's the answer. But here's why I think this question deserves to be something we explore in a podcast episode. And that's because sometimes, in fact, I think often, what we think of as the next logical step toward our dream come true, it's not a true desire. It's a how. It's what we think needs to happen next in order to get what we really ultimately want. And we know we're not supposed to spend time on the hows. That's universe's job. We're just supposed to focus on the what it is that we want. Universe figures out how to get it to us, or how to get us there. So to whatever extent what you're thinking of as the next step, to whatever extent that's a hidden how, don't focus on that. You're tying universe's hands. You're really just limiting it in how it delivers what you really, truly want. You'd be better focusing on the true desire and then let universe figure out the best way to get it to you. So here's an example. Say someone wants to be a writer. In fact, she doesn't just want to be a writer. She wants to be a best-selling author. She wants to inspire millions with her words. And that person's question to me would often go, do I focus on my best-selling book where I'm doing the book tour and signing the copies for the people who stood in a long line just to see me? Or should I focus on getting an agent? Yeah. So, getting an agent might seem like the next logical step, but I doubt that that's a reflection of your true desire. I mean, to me, it kind of seems like you're figuring out how you're going to get to where you really want to be. Some would say it's a limiting belief that you need an agent or even a publisher to get your book in front of millions. And yes, that may be the path of least resistance, and it may be that that's how universe puts it together. But if you were a person who had doubts about an agent or fears of working with a publisher, then that is no longer the path of least resistance. So if it were me, and we each get to decide for ourselves how we go about this, your inner guidance will lead you. But if it were me, and I wanted this, I would be focusing on the essence of my desire. What do I truly want here? Is it the writing? Is that what I love most? Or is it the inspiring others, like the result of the writing, when others experience it? Or is it just to be a best-selling author, the bragging rights of feeling like I am really good at this? I mean, each of those is potentially a different thing because you could be a best-selling author who didn't inspire anyone or who didn't even write it yourself. You could be an incredibly talented, inspiring writer who never sells a single copy of your work. You could be a best-selling author who didn't make a profit. I mean, what's the heart of your desire? That's what I'd be asking myself, and that's what I would focus on. What do I really want here? And then I'd turn that thing on. I'd give that my attention, whatever that is. You know what? That's why it's hard for some folks to get really, truly excited about manifesting money. Because for many of us, money is just, hey, fairy kitty. Come say hi, kitty. Hi, sweetie. She hardly ever says hi. Oh, she's so friendly today. So for a lot of people, money is actually just a hidden how, because we don't really want the money. We want what we think the money will do for us. Whether it's to give us freedom from the work we don't love, or security to leave the marriage we're done with, or the ability to help others that we want to be of service to, or just the ability to live the life we prefer, whatever that might mean for you. That's what we really want, not the money itself. The money is just a means to an end. And in that case, I think we're better off focusing on the real end, the true desire. If we were sticking with our money example for a minute, for some of us, the only reason we want money is because we equate money with success or accomplishment or worthiness. Whenever that's the case, we're well served to give ourselves the gift of those feelings rather than wait for money to do it, because money can't do that. But I have been a person who has focused specifically on money before. I probably will again, who knows? And I did it because I recognized I had a set point that was keeping me at the same level, and I just wanted to consciously, deliberately give myself a raise, like a literal financial raise. And even in that case, money was still a means to an end. Fairy Kitty is all over me right now. Sweetheart, if you knock over my microphone, it's not going to be cool. Don't step on the computer, sweetheart. How about you come sit in my lap? Come here. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. What was I saying? When I was when I was raising my set point, money was still a means to an end. It was just to help me feel better about myself and my manifesting skills. And that would be, in fact, I was going to say an equally good place to start, but probably even a better place, to be honest, to start with, hello, do I want to feel better about myself and my manifesting skills? Focus on that. But I really felt like universe needed a specific new instruction from me about how much money I make. And it worked really well. I've always said that manifesting money it's worth focusing on just so we can get that handled and then move on to what really matters in life. But the question most people ask is, this cat is all over me. She's never this friendly. She's hilarious. So, Kitty. Okay. The question, she's like trying to stand on me. The question most people ask is, like, say they want to make, I don't know, 6 figures or even 7. It's a number that feels big to them and kind of hard to imagine or believe in. So they wonder, should I just focus on making my first 50 grand and then go from there, or whatever numbers feel better? And the simple answer is whatever feels better. I really, truly think it's worth getting the heart of the desire and then orienting our alignment practice around that, whatever that true desire is. Let's use another example. Say someone wants to be happily married and raising a family with her partner. And her question is, should I focus on being like that happy mom with a great partner, or should I focus on getting a date that I like? And yes, you could say dating is not required in order to get to the happily ever after family thing. In fact, if you don't like dating, you'll either want to find a way to enjoy it or skip it altogether. Because remember, Abraham says, unhappy journeys don't have happy endings. But here's what I would want to know about that person. What is it about raising the family that appeals to you? Is it the experience of guiding and nurturing others through the world that you want? Because there are a lot of other ways to do that. Is it the feeling of ultimate love and connection? Is it to feel like you belong somewhere with someone? Or is it to just have the best experience of joy that you can imagine? I'm just saying the best way for us to create what we want is to get to the heart of however that would feel and then start feeling that in whatever ways we can now, even if it's just in our imagination. But there are lots of other ways to do it too. Once we get that vibration activated, then it's just a matter of doing what feels best. So, like what for someone who wanted to lose weight and they're wondering whether to focus on their ultimate weight loss goal or just the next 5 pounds. Some people actually have learned don't focus on the end result, but the process, like eating better. But that's still, I think we're getting ourselves tripped up in hows. What I would want to know is, what is it about losing weight that appeals to you? Is it to feel like you're ready to start dating again or improve an existing relationship? Is it to feel good about yourself? Is it to be able to go dancing or hiking or to be there for the grandkids the way you want to be? Let's not get mixed up in a how. Let's get our sights set on what we really truly want and then let universe show us the way there. The point I want to make with this episode is that, 1, it doesn't matter whether we focus on the next step or the ultimate end result. We're going to end up in the same place anyway, so just do whatever feels better. And 2nd, it's worth checking to make sure we aren't confusing a desire or a dream with a how. Mike Dooley calls them the cursed hows. If I think I need a husband and kids in order to feel ultimate love, I'm just going to say you've never had a dog or a husband. My dad. Okay, my prejudice is showing. But if I think I need a child of my own to feel joy, look, there are moms who do not experience joy in motherhood. It happens. And there are best-selling authors who feel like frauds and are broke. There are entrepreneurs who fantasize about walking away from it all. There are people living on tropical islands with drinks in their hands, bored to tears, wondering where they went wrong. What we want to do is go for what we really want. If you want joy, focus on joy. Not money, not husbands, not kids, not even dogs. Although smart money is on dogs and kittens. Okay, I know we're not all the same. We don't all have the same desires, but seriously, have you tried fostering kittens or puppy sitting? It's pretty fun. Okay, I'm just joking now. My answer to the question, should I go for the gold or focus on the next step, is to dial on whatever it is you really, truly want. That's our most direct, swiftest path to manifesting success. I hope you got some inspiration from this. Thanks for listening, and happy manifesting, everyone.